What's up guys, I'm here for another video. Welcome to episode 72 of building stuff. Today we're building a dine-in version of Domino's pizza. I built a takeaway Domino's, sorry about that. Why did I call it Dinos? But, sorry about that. I built a Domino's pizza takeaway, a very long time ago. See, right there. But today I'm going to be building a dine-in version of Domino's. So my brother's going to join the game. So we're going to be building a dine-in version of Domino's pizza. So we're going to be building a dine-in. So guys, I set everything up. Let's build a Domino's pizza dine-in. A dine-in version of Domino's pizza.
Before we go.
A dine-in version of Domino's pizza.
Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make a Domino's pizza restaurant. Welcome to the pizza party. You know, I think that's all the information that I have to give you. If you are not subscribed to the channel already, please subscribe. Click the little bell next to the subscription button. That'll ensure that you get all my stuff sent directly to your sub box, and you'll be able to keep up to date with all of the awesome city builds that I have been making on the channel. And there have been a lot of them. I really appreciate all of the love that you guys have been showing me on these city related builds. I really do. They have become my favourite things to make on the channel so far. But without any further ado, let's get started. Much love to all of you guys that have been supporting these videos. Now, before we begin building, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you how this is going to work. We are building Domino's in two separate parts. The first part, we are going to focus on the outside of the building, which requires all of these materials that you can...
So guys, my internet connection is it's a bit slow, but I'm pretty sure this stream will be alright. So okay, looks like 3 people joined.
See on the screen right now, and the amounts of those materials that you will need as well. That's what we'll be using first. However, once we have finished with those, we will work onto the inside of our Domino's pizza, which will require a whole different set of materials, which are these ones right here. Those we won't need until later. I will also show you them again, so don't worry about grabbing them now, but do make sure that you are able to gather them when you need to. The amount of space required to make your Domino's pizza is a 26 by 24 block area on the ground, represented by that white concrete area that you can see. I would highly recommend making the grid if you are focusing on a city and you are limited on space. It will just help you plan out the build a little bit better. And that's it. Make sure that you have access to all of those things. Make sure that you have enough room to build this. Pause the video if you have to. And once you're ready, we can begin. Step 1, my happy city builders. We want to come all the way to the front left-hand corner of the grid that you may have made earlier. From the front left-hand corner, you want to count backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is the starting position. If you have made the grid, we are building in the exact same place. Isn't that cool? Well, on top of this block, I want you to place a terracotta. I also want you to place 3 birchwood planks. 1, 2, 3. I also want you to place 2 white concrete. 1, 2. And additionally, place a red concrete on top. That, roughly speaking, is about the height of the building. I want you to return back down to the terracotta on the ground and extend it to the right by 10 blocks.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. Place in front of this a birchwood plank. On top of that, place 3 more. 1, 2, 3. I want you to use birchwood slabs and go right by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Place a birchwood plank on the end of that and extend it down to the ground. Place a terracotta behind the birchwood plank and extend the terracotta to the right by 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. Extend that 10 block backwards by 14 using terracotta.
14, I think, yeah. 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I keep leaving a gap. I'll sort that out later.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Hello, Everboss. Welcome to live stream.
We are then going to extend that 14th block across the back of the build like this, and consequently all the way to the front of the build. This will give us a large rectangular shape like so. That is most of the space that we have inside of the build. What I then want you to do is on the very back of your Dominoes, I want you to build this sequence of blocks on top of the very long row of terracotta. Begin with 3 rows of birchwood planks, 1, 2, 3. 2 rows of white concrete, 1, 2, and a final row of red concrete, like this. So, exactly the same that we have on the front. The difference being is, on the back, we have no features, meaning there's no windows, there's really no detail back here to speak of whatsoever. Not that you can't add it, you're more than welcome to if you wanted to add some bins or trash cans or dumpsters, or if you wanted to add a rear entrance or possibly some windows. You are more than welcome to do that, but that isn't the video showing how you can add small details to a particular build. What I then want you to do is extend the white concrete and red concrete area outwards, sticking out of the back. This will create depth, and it will also mirror what we will do to the front, so it'll look quite good like this. Now that we have taken care of the back area, I think that we are going to focus on the sides, which will, once done, leave only the front. On both sides of the build, you want to do this, so bear this in mind. Coming across the row of terracotta coming from back to front, I want you to place 3 white concrete blocks. 1, 2, 3. Followed by 2 birch woods. 1, 2. Followed by 3 glass of any kind. I prefer paint. 1, 2, 3. Then 2 more birch planks. 1, 2. And then 3 more glass, again of any kind. 1, 2, 3. Finish up with a birchwood plank. The birchwood planks can be extended up each by 2. This will mirror what we have done on the back and keep a consistent design. We want to have red concrete connecting all of the birchwood areas together. So just at the top, connecting all the way together. You want to add another layer of glass on top of the previous layers of glass, and the same with the white concrete. Well, you want to use white concrete, not glass, but you guys get the idea. Additionally, you can even extend the white concrete and the red concrete forwards. So extending on top from the back of the build forwards, like this, kind of reminds me of Colgate. You know, the toothpaste, red and white. Anyway, once you've done that, I want you to do the same on the opposite side. Literally the same. So on this side, you would start from the back, and you can see it over there. 1, 2, 3 white concrete, 2 birch, then 3 glass of any kind, 1, 2, 3, and then 2 birch, and then 3 glass, like that. You extend up every single birchwood plank up as high as the birchwood. Surrounding it. You place a row of red concrete above the windows and the back area that we have boxed in. By the way, you may have noticed that I have the white concrete area next to the windows. This kind of just makes the side of the build a little bit more interesting, but additionally you can add a window there if you like, or you could add various advertisements for, you know, pizzas and stuff, so it can be kind of made into a few different things. We are then going to add the 2 rows of white concrete on top, and you'll see it'll actually connect to the front as we did it a little bit earlier, with the row of red in between, or on top actually. But that is what we want to have so far, ladies and gentlemen. You can see we've made a large part of the build. What we are now going to do is focus on the left and right sides on the front of the build now. So, coming across the rows of terracotta, and bear in mind, you do this on both sides. You want to place, coming across the terracotta, left to right, 3 glass of any kind, 2 birchwood planks, 3 glass, 1, 2, 3, and then 2 birchwood planks. This will connect behind the entrance. You then raise up the birchwood planks by 2 rows, as you have done pretty much everywhere else. You place red concrete coming across the top of the windows, and then you place glass above the windows like this. And then, if you like, you can connect the white and red concrete areas across from each other, so you can connect the
it's just a little bonfire there.
together.
Can
Got a little fire pit going
You
in
may
there.
have to tamper with this a little
Yeah,
bit.
it's not my
Be
house, it's
sign
someone
other
else's.
things to consider.
And look, you got
For
this
now,
little track leading
have
to this house here.
Yeah.
once you
and they want
have
a
done that to
fancy
the
garden,
left side,
and
we want
he-
to focus on the right. On the right, we
so
want the
nice.
same thing. So starting from the right here, we are
There.
going to place
What's
going
that?
right to
Pig.
left.
A pig.
3 glass.
And they want a fancy garden, so we've got some more builders to do that.
Yeah.
And this house, these will
Alfie, tell Mum what I'm building.
James building the Dominoes Dine. And this wall was even in when this Walmart was going in. So yeah, do you like the little bazaar? So it's kind of like a similar pink garage.
Yeah.
They don't look what the inside looks like. So in
We,
here,
of course, also want to
and
extend
here,
the
and this is
birchwood
the garage. It's
to
just the kids'
connect to the
bedroom.
white concrete above
Then
it,
a thin
and the red
bathroom,
concrete underneath
a
the
living
white,
room,
above
and
the windows,
they don't have much
with
garden
glass
space.
in
Well,
between.
they will,
Quite
because
a
obviously
simple
they're building
design, but it looks
they
really
want a
good
fancy
once it's
garden,
finished.
and they're getting builders to do
Okay,
it.
so you may have been wondering to yourself how we're going to turn this blind building into a pretty cool looking building. It's quite easy actually. I want you to begin by placing black glass block, specifically block, behind the birchwood slabs of the entrance. We're going to place quartz blocks underneath the black glass, and we will place quartz blocks connecting to the ground on the left and right hand sides like this. This will leave room for a double door that we will be placing later. Above the entrance, I want you to add a row of birchwood planks directly above, extending the birchwood planks left a row and right a row, like this. I want you to add another row of birchwood planks on top of this, like so. And I then want you to place a row of quartz slabs on top of that. This might have been an error, and I'll tell you why. I want you to extend the white concrete and the red concrete one row forwards. So the two rows of white concrete at the top and the single row of red, I want you to extend one row forwards. So the only error that we made actually was placing the quartz slabs a bit preemptively. I do apologise for that. But we still want to retain this shape. You can see it looks a lot more interesting already. This is... due to the layers of depth between the entrance, the frame around the entrance, the building, and then the top of the build as well. We are going to extend the two rows of birchwood planks above the entrance one row towards us, like this. We are going to place a single blue concrete on top of the left side of the birch plank entrance with a row of quartz slabs coming across the rest of the build, like this. Later on, but not now, we will be writing Dominoes in front of the area that we have just created using birch planks. But we are now literally going to make a domino from this blue concrete area. Going left of this blue concrete, I want you to place a white concrete, and then a blue, and then a white, and then a blue. Underneath the white concretes, place blue concretes. Join them together in the middle and extend the middle down. I also want you to place blue concretes on top of the white concrete and join them in the middle and extend the middle up. Now that we have completed the lower half of our domino, I want you to place two quartz blocks in these positions, in the upper right hand corners of the blue lower half of the domino. I then want you to place a red concrete block going right of the lower quartz block. Extend the red concrete up one, right one, up one, right one. Take the original block and extend it up, right one, up one, right one. Take the original block and extend it up, left, up. Take the original block here and go left, down, left. Place a red concrete in between the two quartz blocks and a white concrete in the remaining area. That will give us a domino shape. We are then going to place behind the domino sign / entrance, we are going to place a couple of rows of the domino extending backwards. What I mean by this is probably about 2 additional rows of the domino. We want to add more red concrete, more blue concrete, and more quartz and more white concrete to make the domino 3D and to blend into the roof. So just like this. All you do is copy the exact same blocks that you have placed. You will only be able to extend the... upper half of those blocks, however, but that doesn't really matter, just extend it backwards. What we are now going to do is, I want you to take the same birch wood blocks that we have above the entrance, this row of 8 birchwood planks. We want to place an additional row of 8 birchwood planks behind the top of the build as well. So where you can see this quartz slab here, I want you to place a birchwood plank in the same spot just on top of the build. You then want to extend that birchwood plank all the way over to the right. It will go to the right by 8, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just like that. I then want you to extend it up another row where possible, like this. You can even destroy part of the back of the domino if you like. And then I want you to extend the birchwood planks a couple of rows backwards, like 1, 2. So the reason that we're adding additional rows coming backwards is because it adds a level of depth that you can see from the ground. So like now, if you're on the ground and you take a look at it sideways, it looks a lot better than if you were just to have, say, like a pixel art of the Domino's logo up there. At least I think it looks better. I hope that you guys do too. So the next thing that we're going to do is give this thing a roof. And the roof can be made in many different ways. I mean, it's completely up to you how you really do this. For instance, I'm going to give the roof a nice layer of blue concrete. The blue concrete is going to sit one row below the red concrete of the roof. So I'm going to, one row lower than the red concrete area that goes all the way around the top of the roof, I'm going to place a row of blue concrete, just like this. And the reason that I'm placing blue concrete is because then we've kind of got a nice array of colours. Like we've got our blue, we've got our red. I mean, we're missing a little bit of white, but that doesn't really matter at all. You could add a little bit, maybe like inside of the blue if you wanted to, but I mean, primarily it's red and blue, isn't it? Like the white's only a little bit of a factor. So there we go. That looks quite good. And also, of course, don't forget to extend the birchwood plank blocks down as well. And you can even, if you like, kind of like extend the domino backwards like this, and get rid of like the red concretes that would be there instead. So just, it kind of like fades in a little bit better. Now that we have done that, I am going to show you the very last thing that you have to do to absolutely turn this Domino's into like the next level of Domino's. How you really separate it from just like a regular other building. We've got to make the sign. That's how it's done. It really does make quite a bit of difference. So I'm going to get rid of all of these materials and I'm going
to quickly sort out the back because there's a one gap there. I'm going to destroy this row of leaves. Place leaves here. There we go. That looks way better. All right, let's make the sign of Domino's. And have a look at this building, Alfie. Wow, cool. Building my.
To use a crafting table. I'm going to slap a crafting table down on the ground.
No. I'm gonna use a loom. Why are my looms added? I don't know.
We will then need blue banners. Actually, only 7 of them, really. White dye and blue dye. So this is the part of the video where I show you how to write Dominoes across the top of your building. As some of you may know, this is not my favourite part of these tutorials. I don't really enjoy making banners, so I might end up making them a little bit quick. I do apologise if I do, but feel free to pause where necessary and slow the video down and all that sort of fun stuff. So, first of all, we're going to crack open the crafting table and we'll start with D and we'll end with S, left to right. The first thing we have to do is place a blue banner in the centre of the table, with a row of white dye coming up the right side top to bottom. You grab the new banner and you place it in the middle right of the table. You want to place a blue dye in the middle of the table. This will create an indentation. Grab the new banner and place it in the centre of the table. Place a strip of white dye coming across the bottom of the banner. Grab the new banner and place it once more in the centre of the table. Place white dye coming up the left side of the banner. Grab the new banner and place it in the middle of the table. And place white dye coming across the top of it. Grab the new banner and place it in the centre of the table, and this part is optional. You can see that we actually have a completed D banner, but if you place blue dye along the edge of the banner, you'll notice it more defines the D. And you can see the difference it makes. If we place it here in the first position, you can see it really looks good because you've got the nice blue that comes out from the edge of the banner. That's banner number 1, ladies and gentlemen. Banner number 2 is O. Luckily for us, we can use this twice. Place a new banner in the middle of the table with white dye coming up the left side. I see that I placed 2, haven't I? Silly me. There we go. Grab the new banner and place it in the middle of the table with white dye coming across the top. Grab the new banner and place it in the middle of the table with white dye coming top to bottom along the right side. Grab the new banner and place it in the middle of the table with white dye coming along the bottom. Grab the new banner and place it in the center of the table, and this part is optional. Again, I'm going to point this out. Place blue dye along the edge of it, all the way around, and you'll get a very nice defined look that way, and it adds an extra colour across this top part here, which I think is important. But the O belongs next to the D, so you would have D, O, M, I, N, and then another O here, and then E and S. So that's why I spelled out Dominoes for you.
Alright guys, I'm just gonna do this on my own. And also, the time Ooh, eat the main part. Yum yum. Domine. Domin. Do you know the Rainbow House's friends?
Using this twice, so D-O,
the Rainbow House's
1, 2,
friends
3
live here.
And then place another O. Now we have to make our M. So M is a little bit difficult. I want you to place a blue banner in the top middle part of the table.
Dominoes!
White die left, right, and below, like this.
Look.
New banner and place it in.
Look, Domino. Look at this selfie.
That's what I think. I'm going to create a game
like this,
and it's going to be
grab the new
called
banner and place it in the
Escape
middle
the
of the table.
School. And across the and near it, it's going to have a shopping. I want to name it
Grab the new banner
Domino
and place it in the
to
middle
not make
of the
it
table.
rip off. You know, copyright. I don't want it to make it copyrighted.
We now
I
have
want to make it like a
However,
silly one.
I'm going to place the blue die all the way
Where
around
does
it.
it
because
do?
Watch this.
For instance, I think it looks better. There are some places where it doesn't.
Dominons.
There we go.
That's what I want to name it. Maybe Donamon.
So now we have to make an eye. One of the
Domamon.
easier ones.
Domino.
Place a brand new banner.
Look at this.
Middle left
That's
of
what I
the
might
table.
call it in road.
Look what it says.
Grab the
Domino.
right.
That's what I'm going to name it in Roblox if I have a game.
Okay, I'm just being silly now.
And let's hope it doesn't have any glitches in it. And I'm gonna have cards.
To the end.
Let's hope I don't put any
Now
stuck
we have to
features in it
make
because they're terrible.
Place a brand new
Thing on
banner in the very
Roblox,
middle of the table.
Look at this self. Look what it says.
Grab the new banner.
And guys, if you want to see lunch rolls, come to my classroom.
Coming top.
What?
If you want to see lunch rolls, come to my classroom.
Grab the new banner and place it in the
Come to my
middle
classroom because there's
left of the
actually
table.
existing
With
lunch
white die
rolls.
coming top.
I want to come see your farmhouse.
Well, it's not a farmhouse. It's just
Grab the
a.
new banner,
It's just
and that's actually complete,
on its
although
own
we are
house,
going to
but
place the blue
there's a
complete
permit that there might be some roads built
two
over
different
here,
kinds of
so
letters in a second.
I just hope this house
There we
doesn't
go.
get wrecked out
Plug the
because
N
it's
on there,
brand
in
new.
between the
I know some of these houses might be like old,
Now we
but
have
the new one that's
So
like
to make an
it's
E,
near
we place a brand new banner right in the
Snakes and
middle of the
Ladders.
table with a row of white die
It's on the
top
other side of
bottom
town.
the left side. Grab the new banner and place it in the middle of the table with white die coming along. Whoops. Yep, white die coming along the top, left to right. Grab the new banner and place it in the middle
That's
of the table
it right there.
with white
That's a
die
house.
along the bottom. Grab the new banner and place it in the top middle of the table with white die coming across the middle left to right. That is the completed banner. That is the letter E. However, once again, we're going to be using that blue die to define it a little bit better. So I'm going to slap it right here next to the O. I have realised that we are going to need a little bit more white dye. I do not have enough white dye on me. However, you should hopefully have enough because you guys checked out the item list. And I don't make the item list until after these videos, so hopefully we should all have enough stuff. Let's make this. The S begins with a blue banner in the middle of the table and a white die coming across the top of the banner. Grab the new banner and place it in the middle of the table again, but this time with white die coming across the bottom of the banner. Grab the new banner and place it in the middle left of the table with white die top left corner to bottom. Grab the new banner and place it in the middle of the table, and that is actually your S, by the way, but once again we're going to be adding that there blue die. Grab the new banner and the final banner and stick it on the end there, and there you will have Dominoes. You can see it really does make such a huge difference. I love how that looks. It really does kind of add an extra layer to our restaurant. And just in case you're curious about the differences in letters, if you want chunky letters without the outline lettering, look at Wendy's, and then look at Domino's. You can see the difference. It really depends where you're going to be placing these letters, I feel. But there you go. It's up to you which kind you want to make. Now, these next parts are going to depend on where you are building your Dominoes, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a path and a couple of driving spots and a little bit of hedge out the front of our Dominoes. Depending upon where you're building your Dominoes, you might not want to add this, so feel free to skip ahead if necessary. So first thing that I'm going to be using here is I'll need some smooth stone, some doors, some oak leaves, concrete, and I'll even need a little bit of white concrete too. Okay, so first of all, I am going to dig in between the entrance here, in between these two quartz blocks, and replace them with smooth stone. This will allow me to place doors on the place. I'm going to dig in front of the entrance in between the birchwood blanks and replace it with smooth stone. I want to extend that smooth stone 2 rows forwards, like this. And then I'm going to dig to the left of these 2 rows, and I'm going to create a pathway that is going to extend left and right of our dominoes. So this pathway is going to connect us to the street and wherever else you might be placing this wonderful build. I am going to dig a pathway leading from the left.
Then down here on the floor, it's gonna be also wood. But I've just got to deck it, or I don't know what to do. Look, I don't know what you mean, just cracking it.
Birchwood plank area to the right birchwood plank area here. This pathway is going to be a walking path.
Look how much space there is.
Or from the street,
That
wherever
much
you might be
space.
building your dominoes, this is just going to be a large path. Again, depending upon where you're building this really may not be necessary. But because I showed you this at the start of the video, and because it will be in the thumbnail, I feel as though that I should show you how to make all of these things. There we go. What I'm also going to do is make car parking spaces. My car park spaces are 3 blocks wide, and they have rows of white concrete left and right of them. Left and right of the path, I want you to place a row of white concrete. So what you do to the left side, you're pretty much going to want to do to the right side as well. We are going to dig 3 rows, 1, 2, 3, left of the white concrete area. And we want to have grey concrete on the opposite side of the white concrete rows. We will then want white concrete on the left side of the grey concrete with 1, 2, 3 more rows of grey concrete here on the opposite side of the white concrete like this. We're going to have another row of white concrete here, and then I'm going to turn this row of white and I'm going to turn it into stone slabs. So
let's do the porch now, so just a jungle porch now. Let's hit the style. Then we will. I don't hate it.
you can walk around like this. We want the same on the opposite side, so really it is just a case of like white concrete, 3 rows of grey. White concrete, 3 rows of grey. Then you'll have white concrete, and then in this occasion there's not enough room for another parking space, so we're using smooth stone slab. Is that what it's called? Smooth stone is what it's called. Typically it used to be called just stone slab, which is like this but in slab form. However, recently we have gotten smooth stone, which is nice because it's easier to place a solid block than it is to place a slab, so quite happy about it really. We're going to place the white concrete as well, and once you've done that, you will be left with a nice couple of car parking spaces, and you can see it really does just make the area look a little bit nicer. And if you want to make it even nicer, you can place some oak leaves underneath the windows on the left and right hand side. Make sure that the oak leaves, as a matter of fact, we might even make sure they don't connect to the entrance as well. Make sure that the oak leaves only sit in front of, like, underneath the windows, like left to right like that. It just looks a little bit more interesting. I think it defines the entrance a little bit better. But that's it. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the entire outside of your Dominoes. That was probably a little bit harder than you might have imagined, but hey, it looks great, and I'm sure that yours does look really, really good too. I hope it looks exactly like this one. So now that we have done that, I'm going to show you how to make the inside of your Dominoes. So, to make the inside of your Dominoes, I'm going to ditch these. You will need all of these materials that I'm showing you on the...
Hello, Chris Clean. Welcome to live stream. You could have just placed a pathway going straight but not going down.
Well, it's a fashion one, see that I've done wood. And you've got the foot.
What will be next to that house? Oh, okay. Next to that fence there.
Nothing. It's on its own farmhouse. Doesn't have anything next to it except for just
No. Houses.
No. I said I was gonna build a road. I'm gonna build a road soon. I'm gonna build a road soon.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna build a road soon that's gonna lead around this area. And let's hope they don't revolve. Hope it doesn't revolve knocking down this house because they've only just moved in and they don't want to get a permit to move out. Only look how nice their back garden is, and they want a little rock pool here. So
a rock pool.
Yeah, they want it old, and so I'm gonna do some of this. It's gonna have a little bench next to it. I wanted to make this neat as possible, so yeah, alright, let's get this. So I'm gonna cement this bit here.
Please make sure that you have access to every single one of those. Once you have got them, we can now immediately proceed on to the next part of the video, which is the inside. I'm going to grab them myself as well. Let's do it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I have just finished grabbing all of those materials that I just showed you on the screen. Now, pause the video if you have to, make sure that you have absolutely got every single one of those, and once you do, we can get started. So, the first thing that we're going to do, of course, is head inside of our Domino's Pizza. We have two major things to do, first of all. So first, we have to do the ceiling, and we also have to do the floor. We're probably going to do the ceiling first. I'm going to begin by adding an additional layer of blue concrete underneath the roof. So the reason being is because I want to only have about 3 blocks high of space inside of the restaurant, and additionally we're going to be installing some sea lanterns in the...
I need to put a sea lantern on the floor because it is a bit dark in there. Can someone set it today?
I will.
What?
I will. Okay, hold on.
Because my Domino's pizza is very dark in here. And I have a sea lantern lit up there just to see something.
There we go. Better?
Yep, that's good.
I'm gonna add some little, I'm gonna add a little bench. Instead of 3 double bench, I'm not
Right, Alfie.
What?
Are you gonna build some more houses? Including modern ones?
Yeah, there's gonna be a modern one being built soon. And its land's already signed, and it's permanent signed. It's permanent. It's gonna be built right here. So let's put a little sign.
This area here is no longer grass. It's now in a house area.
So I'm gonna dirt out the boundary area. This is gonna be a neat house.
Search up a modern house on your iPad.
Nope. Oh, for God, I and see,
Shall I look up a photo of a modern house on my iPad and then send it to you?
no.
Why?
Oh, you know, photo in my head. I know my designs now, Jane. You don't need only shops. I need shops, not houses. See, look, I didn't make this with no photo. And that, look, see, that's on the exact garden.
Okay.
And
Anyway,
the
I'm
sealant
gonna add some
in the ceiling,
decoration to the garden.
and
Anyway, yeah, I've got to scrape. I'm not scraping this
then you're gonna
around
have, like,
yet,
sea
but
lanterns popping up on top of the roof, which is no good for us at all. So that's why we're adding an additional row as well. So once you have finished adding
And
a
there
row
is
of
said
concrete to the ceiling,
that there might
we
be
have
some.
to determine where we are going to be adding all
Jaden,
of the sea
You
lanterns.
know that they said
So the
that
first thing that I'm going to do,
more
I
of
think I'm
these
going to add sea
houses
lanterns in
might
these
be
positions.
being
So
built
where we have
here.
the entranceway here,
Might be
I'm
building
going
here.
to mark out the left
There's a new suburb coming soon here.
and I'm going to count in the ceiling. I'm
yeah.
probably going to leave like a gap of 2, like 1 and 2. And then here, right here, I'm going to destroy, place a sea lantern. And I want this to be the same 1 and 2. And then here, the right vertical plank. And I'm going to count in the ceiling. I'm probably going to leave like a gap of 2, like 1 and 2.
I'm gonna put
And
up
then
the sign in here.
right here, I'm going to destroy, place a sea lantern. And I want this to be the same on the opposite side like that. So just like this. And then on the back of the place a sea lantern, the right vertical plank one. And I'm going to count in the ceiling. I'm probably going to leave like a gap of 2, like 1 and 2. And then here, right here, I'm going to destroy, place a sea lantern. And I want this to be the
I
same
don't know
on
what
the
to
opposite
call
side
it, so
like
I'm just
that.
gonna get a sign.
So just like this. And then on the
That's
back
a
of the building, I'm
sign.
going to do the same thing. So I'm going to follow the position of the sea lantern, come towards the back. I'm going to leave a gap of
That's a
2,
sign.
destroy, and place a sea lantern. And I want to do the
I don't know
same
what to
thing
place on that,
front
so
and
I'm
back,
gonna do
just
that.
like this. And then what I'm then going to do is I'm going to notice that we are able to blaze a sea lantern in between those 2 sets of sea lanterns like this. So you can see this already provides a nice amount of light and it is quite balanced. So I think that the other place that I'm going to add light is where we have the birchwood planks here in between the front windows on the long side, the far side. I'm also going to have sea lanterns placed in the ceiling in the same pattern as the middle set, and then this should probably provide us about enough light. So the way that I've done this, I mean, I hope that it's not been too confusing. I've kind of just found a nice pattern to add all of the sea lanterns that isn't random, that, I mean, it lights the place up and they look nice. Like, when it's random, it's not been too confusing. Ceiling in the same pattern as the middle set, and then this should probably provide us about enough light. So the way that I've done this, I mean, I hope that it's not been too confusing. I've kind of
But
just
Jaden,
found a nice pattern to add all of the sea lanterns that
to
isn't
that.
random, that, I mean, it lights the place up and they look nice. Like, when it's
Anyway,
random, it's a little
meanwhile,
bit weird,
this is
but
a house
way
that's
it
going to be
actually
built
looks like it's
here,
been all
so
put
it's
down.
like...
It looks good. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to rip up the floor. I'm ripping up the floor and I'm going to replace the floor with a block of iron. So, why am I using block of iron instead of, say, quartz or white concrete or something like that? I don't know. There's something about block of iron that I like. I quite like the texture of iron, rather than just, say, the smooth texture of, quartz or white concrete. Not to say that I don't like any of those at all, but it just seems like in places like this, I like the idea that there's some sort of like hard tile down, or like it's got like a little like metal floor or something, something. It just seems right to me. And why iron? Why a white block? Why am I only discussing white? Well, the reason for that is because we've got blue on the ceiling. We have red accents above the windows, which are visible on the inside. We've also got the birch, we've got the terracotta, which leaves only one colour really. And we do have a little bit of white around the entrance and stuff, but I don't really want like a red floor.
Get out. Leave.
Leave the doors open, Marco. Who cares if this house is too big? Well, it's a little bit small, but who cares?
Bat, stop.
Jane, do you know what show home this is called?
What?
Byron Holmes is back.
Is this a showroom or an actual real house?
I think this is a show home.
No!
Why can I not make show homes?
Because...
Well, this is going to be the new sales office.
No. I want it to be an actual house.
What do you mean? This will be turned into a house soon.
No! I don't want it to be an actual showroom, please. I want it to be an actual house.
I want it.
Please!
God, can you stop? I don't want it.
Please!
Don't decide, I decide.
Please!
Why do I always have to... Why do I always...
Please, someone... You said that it's officially being signed.
What do you mean? I decided...
But someone is buying it.
Well, somebody lives inside it.
No, I want it to be an actual house. I want it to be an actual house. I want it to be an actual house.
Shut up!
I want it to be an actual house. I don't want it to be an actual house.
Stop forcing me to do stuff. It's so mean.
I want it to be an actual house because we gotta make people. Gotta have people living in there.
Living in it? Well, there'll be more roads coming.
Oh, so come on, stupid bat! Leave. No.
Like, we're having some new roads built anyway, so I've chosen it to be there. I don't know why, but there's a road being built over here soon. So what's the point of building this? It's like stop picking. I did not. PlayStation, fix that bug!
I realise I'm on live. Sorry about that, guys. That was my brother being annoying.
I gotta say,
don't embarrass me on my live.
That's a glitch.
Don't embarrass me on my live.
Embarrassing you. I'm not embarrassing you. I'm just don't.
Turn that house that you're building into the actual house.
The form of the iron seems quite good, but you know, feel free to chop and
Turn that.
I mean, this really
I
isn't
am.
a suggestion for what you could do.
Are you actually?
I mean, if you want to add
Can I just build a
additional
decent home?
to make it
Yes.
I am gonna
a
build
bit more like a
a
Dominoes
show home soon.
No, no.
I place it here.
in restaurants side.
I want to build my own stuff. Stop picking.
No.
I've decided to
We
make
need a sales office. Who's gonna buy it from?
a sit building, but if you want
Oh,
A contraster.
to away Dominoes,
No, there's no
restaurant,
contraster.
like maybe
Someone there.
Our website.
A stand in the middle of somewhere.
what you
A sales office stand.
Now that we've installed the floor, we have a lot more
Yes.
to do. If
Stop
you come over to
picking.
the back left corner of the build, I want you to place, coming
annoying.
across the back corner going up, have a lot more to do. If you come over to the back left corner of the build, I want you to place, coming across the back corner going along to the right, a row of 6 red concrete. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Leave a gap of 2, and then place another red concrete. Place 6 more blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Place a red concrete, leave a gap of 2, and then place 5 quartz slabs coming across the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 the terrace.
I am still going to build a show home. I'm building it up
We are
there.
going to extend the red concrete forwards by 4.
I am. I'm not
One,
being.
two,
I'm not
three,
joking.
four.
I'm going to build it
And
up
on the
there.
left side, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'd recommend leaving
Stop
a gap in the
picking
left
from
side
me.
or
I
the
can
right
pick
side
my
somewhere
own.
to allow people to
I can pick my own area to build. You don't pick. You can build. You pick your own stuff. You don't pick the bloody houses, Jake. I wanna pick my own houses. And so what it looks like.
Counter. We're going to use blue concrete, I think, to connect the left and right side of the counter together. Somewhere along the counter, place a quartz stairs that looks like a cash register. We are now going to add some seating areas. So, you might be wondering what this row of quartz slab is. This is where people can sit and eat. So, I'm going to place an oak fence in the middle and in front of the left side of the quartz slab. We are now going to add either red carpet or blue carpet on top of these, and this is where people would like to drink and eat and like kind of just face the wall if they want to sit by themselves. We are going to add a lot of moves around the These booths are all built the same way, and they are built where the windows are. They're made out of blue concrete or red concrete, and I would alternate. And I'll show you how they're made. They're very simple. So the booths are like this, where we have the glass, place a row of 3 red or blue concrete, and then extend out the left or right side outwards by 2. Either one, the left or right side. Do the same here, so where we have these windows, I'm alternating, we've got a red one, so a blue one. You want to, that one kind of makes itself, you just place blue concrete in that position. We have another window here, so red concrete, you place right red, and then you will decide like up the left or right side like this. And I'm going to place quartz stairs along the sides of these areas like this to form seats. Simply place fence in between the seats, and then the opposite colour of carpet on top.
Alright guys, I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back.
Of the fence. So something like that looks really good. You can do the exact same or opposite on this opposite side here. So like in this corner here, like what have we got over there? We've got blue. So why don't we put red? So like a red seat in this corner. We've got a window here. Why don't we place a blue? And we'll have it in the same position as the opposite side. We have a window here. We're going to use blue again. We'll have it in the same position as the opposite side. We're going to place the stairs in the corners of all of these little seating areas, and again, feel free to spice this up any way you want, and place some fence in between with the opposite colour of carpet on top of the fences. So, as easy as that, ladies and gentlemen, very, very simple. Additionally, we are going to have a bit of carpet on the inside, so the carpet's easy to do. Where we have the quartz blocks at the entrance, I'm going to place blue carpet coming out of the quartz blocks. The blue carpet wants to extend out forwards 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows, like that. I'm going to place blue carpet in front of the counter at the front of the build, or actually it's at the back of the build. And I'm just going to have the carpet like extend and wrap around the counter a little bit. I want to place red carpet in between the 2 rows of blue. This is going to come forwards and connect to the counter area. Extend the red carpet out left and right to form what looks like a T-shape, like this. Place blue carpet in front of the red carpets like this, that's perfect, and place red carpets extending outwards and around with blue carpet coming along the outside of the red carpet, if that makes sense. So this way, it kind of just shows you a little bit of way around the restaurant. That's pretty much all this is. Add some nice colours to the restaurant as well. But now that we've done that, ladies and gentlemen, you know we've got quite a basic thing going here. We're going to add a few small details, and these are the sorts of things that we'll need. So I hope I'm not missing anything. We need brewing stands, furnaces, chests, flower pots, item frames, paintings, and torches.
So, brewing stands, flower pots, chests, flower pots, item frames, item frames, torches.
Okay, so on this left side here, where we have just this random row of red, this is where people can get drinks. Place brewing stands with flower pots next to them. If you would like a different idea for a cup, what works, and I don't know where it is, because I don't use this very often, because I like to keep things simple, you can use a pickle. I really don't know where pickles are. Hang on. Literally here, right next to the torches, the man lost his pickle. So, why am I suggesting pickles? Well, pickles, when you place them down, look like cups. They really do. Weird green little cups. That's an alternate, if you like, to the flower pot. But that's up to you. That's kind of like a, that's a personal taste. I'm also going to place chests in front of where we have these cups. So you could place some different things inside these chests, representative to whatever you placed up here. So coming along the back counter space, behind where you would pay and all of that fun stuff, we're going to have a double set of furnaces on the left and right side. A 2x2 area of furnaces on both the left and right sides of the paying area. We're going to have chests coming inwards from the furnaces. In the centre, an additional place to get drinks. We're going to have item frames above the chests. We're additionally going to have additional chests below this point here. So this is where you'd keep ingredients for the pizzas. And speaking of ingredients, coming along the back wall here, I'm going to place item frames above where we have these seeds. And I might even have item frames above the brewing stand and the pot that we have here too. And maybe even a little bit above here. So why do we have all these item frames? These are where we're going to put ingredients for the pizzas, the different kinds of pizzas. But that's in a second. Around the restaurant, I would like it if there were some paintings. Probably between the seating areas. So ideally, I would like a 2x2 painting. The best way to do this is to block up the right side of these windows and place a painting in this corner. Here and here. That's where I want the paintings, in between the eating areas like this. The same on the opposite side here really as well. So I would like a 2x2 painting in between the seating areas here. Probably not these ones, because that's awful. No. There's only so many choices when it comes to the 2x2s, but that one's quite good. I guess we'll go with the skull. It's the best of a bad bunch, really. And it just kind of brightens the place up a little bit. You could even place them over there too, or over here, or anything like that. But I am going to place some torches, like, around the place as well, just to kind of, like, keep things a little bit nicer and brighter, like that. There too, or over here, or anything like that. But I am going to place some torches, like, around the place as well, just to kind of, like, keep things a little bit nicer and brighter, like that. We're actually coming to the end of what we're going to be doing to the interior, because we don't want to clutter it up too much. But we have a load of item frames. The reason that we have the item frames is so that we can kind of advertise what we put on our pizzas. So, like, you know, an obvious thing to put on pizzas is meat, you know? What do pizza places sell quite often? Garlic breads. What do they also sell? Quite often, you can get, like, cookies and, you know, like, fun little desserts. If you want, you can even have some vegetable options as well. But I just like the idea of, like, having some ingredients, what you can put on your pizza.
Hi. I can't really see you. Because of my light. Hi.
Kinda scattered about the place, and you can see, oh, just about run out. So what you can do is, where do we even keep the vegetables? I don't know. Where do we keep the veg, guys? Eggs. Come on, put eggs. You do put mushrooms on pizzas, though. That'll do. But, you know, feel free to, like, stick carrots and stuff inside of these, and feel free to add more going around the area. Guys, eggs. Come on, put eggs. You do put mushrooms on pizzas, though. That'll do. But, you know, feel free to, like, stick carrots and stuff inside of these, and feel free to add more going around the area. You could even put little signs, so, like, where's the sign here? I like the birch signs. Kind of fades into the wall, but hey. So, like, above this you could put, like, I don't know, like chicken, like pizza, and then, like, put a price, like, how much would a chicken pizza cost? Well, in our world it costs dollars. We're going for dollars, and we're going to put $4 for a chicken pizza. That's pretty cheap, honestly, depending on the size, but you guys get the idea. Like, you could really customize these signs and stuff. Outside as well, but ladies and gentlemen, we have actually completed our Dominoes. Very well done indeed. We've actually done a great job in here. It looks really nice. We've kept it nice and grand and or appropriate. I hope that you guys have enjoyed it. Why don't we take a look at the whole build before we go? Before we conclude this tutorial, ladies and gentlemen, I just wanted to show you the entire outside of your Domino's pizza, nice and complete.
We have finished Domino's. I built a takeaway one in some of my first episodes of building stuff, but today I decided to build a Dine one because just to keep two Dominoes at the same time, because it doesn't matter if I have lots of Dominoes. This build is very appropriate for all Dominoes fans. I hope you guys enjoyed this video of me building Domino's pizza. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you guys smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you don't miss a video from me, and I'll see you guys soon. Have a lovely day, guys. Peace out.